Welcome to PR After Hours, your twice weekly cocktail of business, PR, and marketing tips hosted by me, Alex Greenwood. Every week, we bring you virtual happy hours featuring business advice from entrepreneurs and leading thinkers in PR, marketing, and business. We're going to get started in just a moment, so stick with us. For a long time now, I've appeared on local TV talking about communications and social media. Past couple of years, I've hinted during my appearances that social media in general is corrosive to our society and that Facebook is downright evil. Way to kill your TV gig there, dummy. Well, anyway, I took the app off my phone a month ago, the Facebook app. So now I have to access Facebook using my computer. Well, I'll tell you, it's dramatically cut down on my aggravation and given me back hours of previously wasted time. I think it's been beneficial in improving my mood also. I check in every couple of days, but I no longer race to post stuff so much or allow myself to get activated by the stupid crap too many people parrot without fact-checking or thinking through on Facebook. And don't get me started on the mean stuff. We've all done it, said things online we would never say to someone in real life. At least I hope so. Sad but true, sometimes my best self takes a holiday when I'm riled up on Facebook. Facebook is the worst offender, but my beloved Twitter is toxic, Instagram vapid, and don't get me started on TikTok. LinkedIn is just about the best social media platform to use for one simple reason. Quote, on LinkedIn, being a jerk has consequences. It threatens your ability to get your next job, strike your next partnership, or find your next customer, said journalist Alex Kantrowitz. You use your real identity there, and what you say has ramifications. This encourages people to pick their fellow users up, not tear them down, unquote. He's right. Most social media is consequence-free. As we all know from observing the bully on the playground, without consequences, humans can be reliably trusted to default to their worst instincts. So, back to Facebook. Next stop, account deletion? I use Facebook to market my business, podcasts, and books, so I'm somewhat reluctant to pull the plug. However, lately, I have seen a distinct drop-off in engagement, unless I boost posts. Fancy way for saying buy ads, and even then, it's not all that great. And of course, I like keeping up with family and friends, the rational ones, that is, and it has helped me rekindle long-lost relationships and stay in touch with people in other cities and countries. But overall, Facebook is not good for me and not good for our society. It's become a haven for appalling groupthink, kooky theories that literally get people killed, insurrectionists, and misinformation. So I think I will eventually bow out. Thanks. We'll see. If you'd like to visit medium.com, the links are in the show notes. There are links throughout this article. Also some recommended reading on why Facebook is dangerous, the effect it's had on our society, the effect it can have on your mental health, etc. So again, be sure to visit prafterhours.com, or of course just use the show notes link and go directly to Medium and you'll get this article, which I'd appreciate it if you shared it, if you find it interesting and think your friends and neighbors might find it interesting. You could even share it on Facebook if you want. I did, and I got a lot of great responses about it. There are a lot of people out there considering the same move I am about taking down Facebook. So again, the link will be in the show notes, and I hope that you'll consider that Facebook is not inevitable, and perhaps you can get by without it, and you might just feel a whole lot better. Oh, you know what that means? Looks like it's last call here at your virtual lounge for PR news, views, and interviews. We'll keep it short and sweet. Just remind you, if you like the show, there's many ways you can help us keep it going, not the least among which is to rate this podcast. Simply go to the show notes at prafterhours.com or wherever you're getting this podcast and click on the link. ratethispodcast.com/after, and it will take you to Apple Podcasts and a couple other places very easily. One click, you write your review, it's done. Can't tell you enough how important it is to get ratings on those sites so that we can build our audience and keep bringing you the kind of information you need every week for your business. Also, don't forget, if you want to sponsor the show, give us a tip in the virtual tip jar, or ask a question, there are links in the show notes. Well, I think it's time that I cleaned up and closed up for this edition of PR After Hours here on Anchor FM.